Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things this morning. What do you got this morning? I've got an old reliable, an old friend, a great tasting cup of coffee here. Hang on 1 minute. That is really, really good. Once again, we're enjoying Sterling Roastery's breakfast blend right here. Yeah, we picked this up at the Maggard meetup. Rod and Mandy were there and they were selling their coffee. This is a good one. Breakfast blend. Let's just focus in there. There we go. Breakfast blend. Smooth and balanced. Medium roast. Ground coffee. Yeah, this is terrific. We also have their house blend, which is also another great tasting coffee. Boy, this is a good one. Yeah, check it out. Sterling Roastery. We'll have a link to them below where you can check out all their coffees. And the coffee mug this morning is my Lake Erie coffee mug that we picked up at the gift shop from the Lodge at Geneva on the Lake. We enjoyed Easter brunch there this past year. I was there with my brother Tom and his wife Lori and their family, and boy oh boy, what a great mug this is. Lake Erie, yeah, the reason why we're using it because yesterday was the first day of summer, and that means summer fun on the water, swimming, fishing, boating, sailing, water skiing, jet skiing, that sort of thing. Yeah, the North Coast comes alive when summer lights up here in the greater Cleveland area. Of course, we refer to our situation on Lake Erie as the North Coast. And hello to our friends on the other side, up over, that's right, all of our wonderful viewers up there in Canada, up over. Yeah, so hello to up over from the North Coast. Great to be with you this morning. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. As we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Hang on. Let me get another sip here. Oh, yeah, that is terrific. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate that. If you're listening to the audio podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning in via all those great audio streams, podcast streams provided by iHeart Music. Let's see, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, that sort of thing. So thanks very much for tuning into the audio podcast this morning. Hang on, one more sip. Boy, this is good. Oh yeah, that's great. Boy, we got a great show for you this morning. We have got a packed show for you. I can't believe how much stuff we have for you this morning, and it's all good. Let's check out my topics. Okay, here they are right here. First of all, we got a great viewer shaving tip from viewer David Grossman. Now, David is doing the trifecta today. Not only did he send in a viewer shaving tip, but he also sent in a shave den visit, and we'll also meet him again in the questions and comments area. So thanks very, very much for that, David. Really do appreciate that. We got the usual round of reminders. We've got giveaway updates because a couple of our prize winners received their prizes. They sent in photos. We'll share that with you. We got a meetup report from Abene Samant up over regarding the Greater Toronto Area meetup, the GTA meetup, and he sent along some pictures. Abby, thank you very, very much. Got some great refill comments. So we're really excited to share that with you. Wait until you see new wet shave gear. We are packed to the rafters with new wet shaving gear. My gosh. Wait until you see this. My thanks to everyone who contributed to this morning's new wet shave gear segment. We have got a lot to share with you. And one item in particular is just going to resonate because it is... how do I want to say it? It evokes the 250th anniversary of America. I mean, when you see this, it screams 250th anniversary of America. And so very, very delighted to have it in the shave den. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more. Wait until you see it. It really comes at a wonderful time when the United States of America is celebrating its 250th anniversary. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to wrap things up with questions and comments. Wow. We got a packed show for you this morning. Great to be with you this morning. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Let's get things kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer David Grossman. And David writes, "Hi, Mark. Greetings from the west coast of Up Over in Vancouver, British Columbia. I love listening to the Monday Morning Mailbag and Second Cup podcasts every week. Thanks for all that you do for the wet shaving community." David, thank you very, very much. But again, I'll pass along your thanks to all the viewers out there. They make this show possible. He continues here, "I started my wet shaving journey more than 10 years ago. Like many others, I was frustrated with the expense and results of using a cartridge razor. Even when buying in bulk at Costco, the price per shave was outrageous, and the results always left me dissatisfied and feeling like shaving was a torture to endure rather than an experience to savor. So I began looking for an alternative and happened to come across the Art of Manliness website and an article about traditional wet shaving. The experience was eye-opening to say the least, and I jumped down the rabbit hole with 2 feet, and the rest is history. I currently have over 50 soaps, 6 creams, 16 brushes, 11 razors, and almost 2,800 blades in my den. So much for being cheaper. This means I get a lot of enjoyment from my gear, and I'm hopeful my kids will carry the torch when they are older. Even though they are young, they are showing an interest, but only time will tell. I am so blessed to have a wonderful wife who has gone along with most of it, but dealt graciously with me when I had to pump the brakes on some of my ideas. It's my first time getting in touch with the channel, so here's my 3-in-1 for the 3MB. Yeah, this is the first thing that David is sharing with us, a shaving tip. More to come later. He continues here. First off, a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, not a shaving tip, but rather a tip for shavers. A lot of us have enough shave soaps to last a lifetime or two. Instead of buying more shaving soaps, try branching out and grabbing some bar soaps for the shower. I can't get enough of Sterling Soap's Arcadia, and my wife loves the scent as well. I already have an unscented shave soap from Sterling, and I tend to not own more than 1 shave soap from a particular company or artisan at any one time, unless it's old school Taubach, in which case I have 4. Rather than buying the shave soap, I can enjoy the bath soaps and go through a lot more scents. Doesn't have to be Sterling though. There are quite a few out there, such as Saponificio Veracino, B&M, Bear Stearns Man, Zingari Man, and a host of others. These soaps are great smelling and great on the skin. I just stocked up on more Arcadia for my wife and Baker Street for the rest of the family. What a great way to keep supporting the artisans and retailers, even when you're not eyeing their shave soap. This is a great shaving tip, David. Thank you very, very much. Or as you say, a tip for shavers. This is brilliant. Get the bath soaps, enjoy the scents, and you get to experience more of what that artisan has to offer. And at the same time, if you hit upon a scent that you really, really like, then you can go ahead and get the shaving soap. That is brilliant. David, thanks so much for a great shaving tip or tip for shavers. That is terrific. Absolutely perfect and original. Thank you so much. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original sign, George Sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George Sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use your shaving tip here on the Viewer Morning Shaving Tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So David, thanks again for a terrific shaving tip or a tip for shavers. Really do appreciate it. Okay, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup, boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime, a classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat, a shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, this morning's Shave Den visit comes courtesy of David Grossman. David, thank you again very, very much. And he writes, for the Shave Den visit, I'm including a photo of my shaving cabinet, which I've mounted in the bathroom. I truly believe that traditional shaving products are meant to be enjoyed and on full display whenever possible. I don't want to clutter up the display, so in addition to what you see, I also have a Merkur 37C, as well as a 1964 Gillette Travel Tech and a Gillette Long Comb New, head only, and Henson aluminum models in mild and aggressive. The Henson Medium is on display, mounted on a Timeless Crown TI handle, that's titanium handle. I am not a big fan of the Henson handle design, and I can't think of a better upgrade. An absolutely stunning handle. I also use a William Mary shaving mug to soak my brushes, such an old school look to it. I usually only display the soap or cream I'm currently using, and the others stay in the vanity. Most of the soaps stay sealed up in a drawer in the bedroom dresser until I need them. That drawer is so heavy that if I pulled it out too far, it would fall out and crush my feet. Every once in a while, I get the urge to take one soap out and just enjoy the scent. After my last purchase of Ariana & Evans Latte Ementa and House of Mammoth's Tobacconist recently, I am done stockpiling. Well, almost. I just need to get my hands on some of the new Persona Gem blades. Up here in the Great White North, they are becoming easier to find, but still quite expensive. I can bide my time on this one. David, thank you again so much for a wonderful Shave Den visit. Hope you get those Persona Gem blades, but that cabinet is absolutely beautiful. And I agree with you. Putting the wet shaving gear on display is just wonderful. And yes, sometimes less is more, as you're saying here. Looks absolutely beautiful. And I'm sure you're rotating certain things in and out. That's great. Absolutely wonderful. A wonderful, wonderful Shave Den visit from David Grossman up over on the West Coast of the Great White North. David, thanks again for sharing with all the viewers this morning. Really do appreciate it. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really, really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, this morning we have a meetup update from Abane Samant. He attended the GTA meetup, the Greater Toronto Area Wet Shavers meetup. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. I hope you had a great weekend. I just got back from the GTA Wet Shaving meetup, and it was a fantastic event. I went with Spiro, my son's girlfriend's father, who I proudly converted into a wet shaver. There were local soap makers, Aylesworth razors, and Matt from Razor Emporium. I didn't know most of the people there, but everyone was incredibly warm and welcoming. A special shout out to Carlos for organizing everything and for inviting me back to his place for the barbecue. Unfortunately, we had to head back to London for some family obligations, but hopefully next year. I tried my best to keep my spending under control, but I failed in spectacular fashion and ended up buying a Rex Ambassador as my souvenir." That's not failing, that's success. Abby, congratulations. I'll include a few pictures so you can see what the event looked like. It was a great time. Well, you've included them and we're sharing them with all the viewers out there. Cheers. Abby, he also adds this PS. They also had very generous giveaways. I walked away with Razor Company shave sticks and a pack of 100 Gillette blue blades. Spiro got a $25 gift card. I also forgot to mention, Spiro purchased a Yates winning razor as well. Wow, congratulations to Spiro. That's great. It sounded like it was a great meetup and a great time. And so glad you both scored some great razors as souvenirs when you attended. And Toronto is only about 5 hours away from where I'm at here in the greater Cleveland area. So if I could figure out how to do editing on the road, I certainly want to attend this one. It sounds like a great time. And, 5 hours, it's going to be an overnight stay for me, but I'm going to have to try and take all my computer gear and, get editing done, after the event and that sort of thing. And, it sounds like a great time. I really want to attend, so maybe I can adjust my schedule next year. Maybe get editing done ahead of time, spend the weekend. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to play it by ear. But I sure would love to attend because it sounds like a great event. And Carlos, if you're going to have barbecue again next year, then I'm certainly going to want to attend. That's absolutely great. Abby, thanks again for a great report on the GTA Wet Shaving Meetup. Really do appreciate it. Well, this morning we have a giveaway update for you. We recently selected winners in a giveaway we called A Summer of Vintage Gillette Shaving. 4 classic razors, 4 winners, 1 unforgettable summer. 3 of the 4 prizes were claimed, and we've just heard from 2 of those prize winners. Third prize was the Gillette Super Speed, and that was won by viewer Al Spencer. And Al sent along a photo and wrote the following: "Mark, package came today. Wow, that 1960 F1 Super Speed looks like new. I sanitized it in isopropyl alcohol, cleaned it with a little hand soap and a soft toothbrush, then put a few drops of mineral oil on all the moving parts. The actuation is super smooth. I'm looking forward to a comparison shave between it and my 1961 G4 Slim, both using a Persona Gem blade and Ariana Evans' signature in their Ultimate Base shave soap." Again, Thank you, and Mr. Anonymous. And that's from Al Spencer. Al, thanks very, very much for letting us know that the razor arrived in good condition, and really looking forward to hearing that review, that comparison review between the Super Speed and your Slim. Wow, that's fantastic. Stay tuned, folks. I am really curious on how those two razors compare. Al, thanks again very, very much, and congratulations once more. Fourth prize was the Vintage Gillette Knack, and that was won by Nava Gesser. I think I mispronounced his screen name last time around. It's Nava Gesser, a play on navigation guesser. And Nava Gesser wrote the following, sent along the photo and wrote the following. Hi, Mark. I hope you are doing well. I'm writing to confirm that the prize package has arrived in excellent condition. Please find the attached photograph of the Vintage Gillette Knack razor. Thank you again to you, Mr. Anonymous, and all the contributors to your content. Your videos and podcasts have been an invaluable resource during my transition to traditional wet shaving, and I look forward to your future content. And that comes from Cascal, also known as Nava Gesser. Congratulations again. So glad that the razor arrived in good shape. That's absolutely wonderful to hear. He sent along a photo minus the Wilkinson sword blades. We also included the Wilkinson sword blades. So if he sends along another photo with the blades, we'll also be sure to put that on screen. But I double and triple checked all these prize packages. Everyone received their Wilkinson sword blades. So Cascal, dig through there again and make sure you got those blades. I'm pretty sure he said he has those. So great to hear that you received the razor in good shape, Cascal. Really, really wonderful. Now, we have not yet heard from our first prize winner, the Deacon Shaves. He won that beautiful pre-World War II Gillette Fat Handle Tech razor. As soon as we hear from him, we'll let everyone know, and I'm sure he'll send a photo and that sort of thing and report in when his prize arrives. At the time I'm recording this, have not heard anything yet. If we hear from him when I'm editing this, we'll drop in an update and let you know. Now, at the time I'm recording this video, we have not yet heard from our second prize winner, Ron Raymond-D7F. Ron Raymond won the Red Tip Super Speed. The deadline to claim the prize is tomorrow, June 23rd. Haven't heard from him at the time I'm recording this. If for some reason during the editing process we hear from Ron Raymond, we'll update this video segment so that everyone knows that yes, he claimed the prize. We'll put a text message on there or do a little video drop in, something like that. But at the time I'm recording this right now, have not yet heard from our second prize winner, Ron Raymond. Tomorrow's the deadline, June 23rd, to claim your prize. If we don't hear from you by tomorrow, June 23rd, the prize will be forfeited and we will go about drawing a new winner, selecting a new winner. Now, again, I'm probably going to give you a little extra time because I realize life happens and sometimes messages get to folks slowly, or they skip something in their email, or a heads up, or a text message from someone. So, I like to kind of do that. I don't want to just be, like, oh, you must answer by this day. I like to give everybody a little bit of a grace period, just to be on the safe side. So please, Ron Raymond, you won second prize, the Red Tip Super Speed. If anyone knows Ron Raymond-D7F, please send him a message. Let him know. I may even try to get in contact with him myself to let him know that he is the winner. So we'll go about giving him a heads up on that. And hopefully by the time this airs, his prize will be on the way. So that's today's giveaway update. Again, congratulations to all our winners. Ron Raymond, hope to hear from you very, very soon. Oh, speaking of giveaways, I want to update you on some items that came into the Shave Den, courtesy of a couple of great viewers out there, that are going to be included in upcoming giveaways, or maybe standalone giveaways. I'm not entirely sure just yet. Chris Bodrab sent along the following, and he writes, hi, Mark. Here's his letter right here. Hi, Mark. Hope the spring finds you well. Well, summer now. Been a while since I sent some handles your way, so thought I would send some. I would be pleased if you would pick your favorite to keep and use the others as giveaway for the 3MB. Thank you as always for creating, cultivating, and maintaining such a great channel. And that's from Chris Bodrab. Thank you very, very much, Chris. He adds a PS here. Most of the handles are drilled for 26 millimeter knots. The ones that are 28 millimeter are marked as such. And I think what we have here is we have two beautiful handles we'll be including in giveaways, or maybe doing a standalone giveaway. Haven't decided just yet, but here they are here. Check those out. Aren't those gorgeous? Look at that. I think this one here might be the 28 millimeter size, and this one here, this wooden one, might be the 26 millimeter size. And, you know, look at that, those coins on the bottom there. Here, let's show you this one here. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Check that out. And then here's this one here. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. These are just really, really terrific. This wooden one especially has really got a great feel to it. It's just going to wear a lot of different variety of shave knots really, really well. Yeah, that looks absolutely beautiful. Now, the one that I selected is smaller, a little more diminutive. Here it is right here. Okay, and it has that particular coin right there. Isn't that nice? Very, very nice. Absolutely beautiful. Check that out, huh? Yeah, so we will do another video on how to set a knot in this particular handle. And I think I might have a knot that will work in this. I'm not entirely sure, or we'll go ahead and order a new knot. But yeah, that's that one right there. Chris, thank you very, very much for sending along these shave brush handles. They're absolutely gorgeous, and thank you for allowing me to select one. And again, we're going to do a video on fixing a knot to this particular handle right here. The other two are just absolutely gorgeous. Check that out. Handmade, artisan made by viewer Chris Bodrab. Chris, thank you again very, very much. Really do appreciate that. And we'll figure out how we're going to go about giving those away. Got to get some things organized. We'll let everyone know down the road when that happens. Chris, thank you very, very much. Also, from Andy Kaiser, we've got a couple of soap spoons to give away, as well as the soap spoon coaster right here. So these will also figure into an upcoming giveaway. And of course, we've incorporated the soap spoon in some past giveaways, and Andy very kindly sent this along for giveaways. Look at that. One's in red. Huh? The other one's in blue. You've already seen the other one in blue. Well, we'll show that to you as well. Check that out. Isn't that beautiful? Soap spoon, really terrific, terrific product. Andy, thank you very, very much. And we'll show you the blue one here, because it really is a great shade of blue. Check that out. Isn't that great? Yeah, really, really nice. Just absolutely beautiful. So, Andy, thank you very, very much for that. And once more, we also have, to go along with the soap spoons, these terrific, terrific soap spoon coasters right here. Okay, check that out. Yeah, a little memento from the Maggard meetup this past year, April 25th, 2026. So there you go. So that's what we got going on for upcoming giveaways. My thanks to Chris Bodrab for very kindly and generously sending along these beautiful, beautiful brush handles. Chris, thank you very, very much. And a big thank you to Andy Kaiser for the soap spoons. Andy, thanks again very, very much. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to be doing some giveaways. Really looking forward to it. Just got to organize a few things, so stay tuned. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low. That time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on. Let me get another sip here. That's really good. Again, a wonderful coffee from Sterling Roastery Breakfast Blend. Really, really terrific. A big thank you to Rod and Mandy for making these available at the recent Maggard meetup. Back in April. Big thank you to them. Boy, it makes a great cup of coffee. Check out Sterling Roastery online. We'll have a link. You can get some great coffee from them. Sterling Roastery Breakfast Blend. That's a good one right there. Ah, there you go. You can see it right there. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And again, the mug this morning is our Lake Erie mug from Geneva on the Lake, the Lodge at Geneva on the Lake, their gift shop. Yeah, yeah, it's terrific. Reminds us of summer fun because summer is just kicked off. Yeah, a lot going on Lake Erie. When the weather gets warm. I mean, the surf sailing and jet skis and sailboats and fishing and all that good summer stuff. Hang on, let me get another sip here. Really terrific. And before I put it back down, I want to show you again the official coffee mug coaster of the Monday Morning Mailbag, the soapspoon.com coaster, courtesy of Andy Kaiser. Andy, thank you again very much. He was giving these out at the Maggard meetup. We got some to give away and upcoming giveaways, as you already know. So a terrific item. Yeah, really nicely made. Like this one a lot. And that is our official coaster of the Monday Morning Mailbag. Hang on, one more sip, huh? That's terrific. And how's the coffee you're drinking this morning? Is it healthy? Well, if you want to know, get up to the Black Coffee Life. This is Mantic 59's website where he talks about all the health benefits of drinking black coffee. And also check out the Lockhorns. Someday we'll look back on this and quickly change the subject. A great hardcover collection of great Lockhorns cartoons. And still, there's plenty of year left. So check out the Lockhorns 2026 Laugh-A-Day calendar. Start your day with a great Lockhorns panel cartoon in calendar form. Both of those by my good friends Bunny Host and John Reiner, and we'll have the Amazon links below. Okay, a little bit of housekeeping done. Let's get to some of these comments, these refill comments. This comes from Mecloader, Mecloader. Thank you for sharing my shave tip. Oh, this is Wesley Kirby. Mecloader is his screen name. Thank you for sharing my shave tip. Hope it's helpful. The blade in the picture ended up being used 4 times. Total time in the box, 2.5 weeks. Last shave as good as the first. No signs of corrosion. Wesley Kirby. Wow. Wesley, thank you very much. Check out last week's shaving tip because Wesley shows you how to keep he used a treat carbon blade, okay? Because carbon blades will rust and corrode and, break down and that sort of thing. He showed you how to avoid that with his method. This is brilliant. Check out last week's shaving tip if you have carbon razor blades. And this is a great way of keeping them in really good shape for multiple shaves. Now, with carbon blades, with me, I'm usually one and done because I've tried a number of ways to stop them from, building up a little bit of breakdown material on them and headed towards rust. And I don't want to take a chance, so it's one and done. But Wesley came up with a great way to avoid all that. Check out last week's shaving tip. Wesley, thank you again very much. This comes from Matt A. 8034. Hi, Mark. It's always great watching you 3MB. That's a great shaving tip. Love the Shave Den visit. Take care. Matt from across the pond. Matt, thanks so much for checking in from across the pond. Really do appreciate that. Yeah, it was a great shaving tip. Folks, check it out last week and also the Shave Den visit. Matt, thanks very much for pointing that out. This comes from viewer Scone Dogs. And he writes, I think I'll give bobbing for blades a try. Yeah. This is regarding the comment that Jimmy V sent along for questions and comments on how he selects a random razor blade to kind of change up his shave and maybe come across those razor blades that maybe he's forgotten about and all of a sudden they show up. He gets a big bowl, throw the razor blades in there. Well, you know what? Check out last week's show. You'll learn all about it. It's a really terrific method. I agree with you, Scone Dogs. Bobbing for blades. Yeah, that is terrific. Bill Murphy checked in. Great show again, Mark. Love the idea of the random razor blades choice. Have a fantastic week. Yeah, That was terrific. Jimmy, thank you again very, very much. A really neat way to select a razor blade and change up your shave and also come across those razor blades that maybe you haven't used in a while. Yeah, really, really terrific. Bill, thank you very, very much. Hey, Scone Dogs, once more. Rockwell 6 or any razor blade secure setting, just push the plate into the head until it stops. Tighten and your blade will be nice and secure every time. I think you're talking about maybe pushing that blade right into the cap. Is that what you're talking about? And holding it there, and then the base plate, and then the handle. Boy, this has been a great discussion regarding blade alignment, the Rockwell 6S, the 6C, that sort of thing. Scone Dogs, thanks very much for passing that along. Really do appreciate it. Beth Jones checked in. Good morning, Mark. Terrific 3MB. I have been meaning to try Cella Shave Cream for some time, and after I watched your presentation of the Extra Professional, I purchased it through your link. Looking forward to getting it and trying it out. I'll let you know how it works for me. Have a great rest of the week. Beth, really, really curious about this because we did the review of the Cella Shave Cream this past Friday, and you know what? I missed some points. There are some things I should have discussed and I didn't cover those. So I'm really looking forward to your review. And I know those details are, you'll definitely cover those details. I know you will. You do such a great job with those reviews and everyone really, really looks forward to them. So really looking forward to that review, Beth. Thank you very, very much. And thanks for using the link. I really do appreciate that. David Trinks, 345. Great show as always, Mark. When working in Sweden on the 21st of June, turned into my favorite foreign holiday since it's the Midsummer Eve, which is the ancient magical summer solstice celebration celebrated throughout Northern Europe. Yeah, yesterday was June 21st, first day of summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, longest day of the year. David continues, traditional outdoor gatherings feature maypole dancing, bonfires, flower crowns, and feasts with pickled herring and fresh strawberries, and there may have been some alcoholic beverage consumption as well. That sounds great. And isn't it a little longer, the day, because it's the longest day, and you're a little farther north in Sweden, aren't you? I think I have to look at a map again. Isn't the day a little bit longer, like the sun doesn't set until like maybe 10 o'clock is what I'm thinking? Not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that sounds marvelous. Wow, if I ever get overseas to Europe this time of year, I'm going to have to make sure that Sweden is on the calendar for June 21st. That's marvelous. David, thank you very, very much for that. Bart Buzz checked in. Good morning, Mark. Blade alignment sure has received a lot of feedback. It sure has. Been a great conversation. I would suggest that Al Spencer place the base plate on the top cap and then see how much play the blade has. I stopped using the 6C after I got the 6S. I can only say that in the 5 years I've used the 6S, blade alignment has never been an issue with any of the razor blades I've used. However, I will also note that I always check for proper alignment after blades are loaded. If the top cap and base plate are properly placed, blade alignment is always perfect. In fact, none of my DEs that use the post design have blade alignment issues. Bart, thank you very, very much. It's great to hear that the quality control of the razors that you have been spot on. And I find that to be true of my 6S. Really, really great blade alignment. I think I showed it in a previous Monday morning mailbag that there wasn't a lot of, maybe just a little bit with the, but I have never seen any blade misalignment with my 6S. An absolutely wonderful, wonderful razor. And again, a big thank you to Jim from Northfield for that razor. That was really, really kind of him. Bart, thanks again very, very much. Jason NYC 2006. Mark Zerady, another great 3MB show. I always look forward to other wet shavers sharing their tips in wet shaving. It's funny how a lot of us think alike. Yes, that's absolutely true. There seems to be I don't know. You know, it's kind of like when you go on your wet shaving journey, you discover something on your own, and then later find out that everyone is doing the same thing, or they've discovered it on their own. And when you get on social media and in wet shaving forums, there's always this great discovery. You're like, oh my gosh, you do that too? It's pretty amazing. It really is. Jason, I agree with you 100%. Thanks very much for sending that along. Jimmy V Photography checked in. Yes, the Simpson is a bowl lather monster. Yeah, this is regarding the Simpson M7 that Jimmy very, very kindly and generously sent along to the channel. I'm always amazed by how much it produces, but the Phoenix Shaving Solar Flare does almost as good a job, a lot cheaper. Yeah, Solar Flare is a great, great brush. We have one in the Shave Den, butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. He continues here. My Yates titanium winning razor has the posts and is spot on with alignment. I think it comes down to manufacturing quality and precision. Take a metal like titanium or stainless steel, put a well-run CNC machine, and you'll get amazing precision. I agree with you 100%. I think that's why a lot of razor manufacturers, these smaller artisan razor manufacturers, really emphasize the point that their razors are CNC machined. That automatically says it's going to be precisely manufactured. Absolutely. Speaking of Yates winning, today's lucky draw was a Voskhod, and into the winning it went. Yeah, this is Jimmy V's bowl of blades, his big bowl of blades, bobbing for blades, and he randomly selected a Voskhod razor blade for his Yates winning razor. Wow. Again, that's a great, great process. Check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag, and you'll see that process in detail. Jimmy, thanks again very, very much. This comes from Glory on High 777. Are these treat blades new on the market or something? I've been seeing them a lot recently. Yeah, you know, the treat blade, I think, has been around for a while, although I don't know how long. They offer a nice variety of razor blade types in their product line, like the carbon blades and coated blades and that sort of thing, stainless steel blades. But I don't know how long they've been manufacturing the blades or how long they've been in the wet shaving world. If anyone out there knows the history of the treat razor blade, please comment below and let us know. That would make for some great, great conversation because, yes, treat is it seems to be a well-known blade in the wet shaving world. Now, viewers introduced me to the treat blade. I didn't stumble on them. I believe it was that viewers talked about the treat razor blades, or perhaps a viewer sent me some samples of them, or I got them in a sample pack. I can't remember which, but I think the viewers are the ones who said, treat blades, give those a try. And they are terrific. They really, really are a good blade. But I don't know the history of the treat blade or how long it's been out there in the wet shaving world. So if anyone out there knows, please comment below and let us know. And that wraps up another refill segment. My thanks to everyone who commented and contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, Bill Murphy sent along this email, and the subject heading reads, New Artisan Soap Maker, Salve and Oak. And he writes, Mark, I came across this new artisan on Instagram. Salve and Oak just started out, and their website just started a few days ago. The soaps look great, and the scents look amazing. I could not resist a coffee house in their Timberline Tallow Shave Soap base. I also ordered the matching splash. Here's the scent profile. Fresh coffee, cinnamon, nutmeg, warm pastries, sugarcane, tonka bean, strawberry, heliotrope, vanilla, cashmere woods, and soft spice. From their website, the coffee house in our Timberline Tallow Shave Soap brings the comfort of a cozy cafe into your shave ritual. Rich notes of fresh coffee, warm pastries, cinnamon, and nutmeg open with a sweet, inviting warmth, while sugarcane, tonka bean, soft florals, and vanilla add a creamy depth that feels smooth and comforting without being overly heavy. Built in our premium tallow-based Timberline formula, This shave soap is designed for a dense, cushiony lather with excellent glide and a soft post-shave feel. The scent settles into warm woods, cashmere, and soft spice, creating a refined gourmand finish that feels both cozy and elevated. Comforting yet polished, the coffee house turns an everyday shave into a slow morning ritual, rich, smooth, and impossible not to enjoy. Bill continues here, the other scents sound amazing. If this one is great, I will have Golden Veil on my radar. Once I receive this, I'll give you my review. Bill, please do. Looking forward to that. He also sent along links to their website and their Facebook page, their Instagram page, so you can check it out. He writes, thanks and have a great day. That's from Bill Murphy. And he says, Mark, can't wait to try it. Should be here Thursday. That was this past Thursday. So looking forward to your review, Bill. He also says, by the way, Larry Shaves just posted a review on Coffee House today. Sounds outstanding. Thanks, Bill Murphy. Bill, thank you very, very much. Folks, we'll get all those links below and also a link to Larry Shave's YouTube channel where you can see his review on Coffee House from the folks at Sav and Oak, a brand new artisan out there offering shave soaps and aftershave splashes. Sav and Oak. A big thank you to Bill Murphy for the heads up on Sav and Oak. Folks, we'll have links below. Bill, thanks again very, very much. We received this heads up from Beth Jones. Beth, thank you very, very much. And she writes, Mark, just got this email today and thought you might be interested in passing it along to your viewers. Once in a lifetime edition, and when it is gone, $90, all the best, Beth. And I'm hoping this is still available when this airs because this is something very, very special from the folks at Henson. Check it out. As they write here, celebrating 159 years. We celebrate Canada's 159th birthday with the limited edition Canada Red Razor. Finished in a bold, deep red and featuring a 3D engraving of Canada's iconic maple leaf, this razor is a striking display of Canadian craftsmanship. This is a time-limited run and only available in our normal aggression. Wow, Beth, thank you so very, very much for passing this along. There you go, folks, a really special razor from the folks at Henson celebrating Canada's 159th birthday. Absolutely beautiful. My hope is by the time this airs, these are still available, especially for all our Canadian viewers up over. Beth, thank you so very, very much for passing along an absolutely beautiful, beautiful looking razor. And Henson just makes a top quality razor that will definitely enhance your shave. So Beth, thanks again. Folks, check it out. Hopefully by the time this airs, it's still available, especially to all of our friends up over. Beth, thanks again very, very much. Viewer James Sefton sent this along regarding Taylor of Old Bond Street's Cedarwood Shaving Cream. Now, I have never heard of the Cedarwood Shaving Cream from Taylor of Old Bond Street. I'm a sandalwood shaving cream user. Anyhow, James writes the following. Mark, I received the Cedarwood cream yesterday and used it this morning, and it's great. You get the cedar scent first, and then the other scents kick in. I've ordered the sandalwood 3 times, but I think my new favorite is this one, and that's from James Sefton. Yeah, this sounds wonderful because, as I mentioned, whenever I order something from Taylor of Old Bond Street, I go right towards the sandalwood. I love that scent a lot. But cedarwood sounds, I'm very intrigued by that. That sounds so different and wonderful. Wondering if anyone else out there has tried cedarwood shaving cream from Taylor of Old Bond Street. For some reason, this is one that I have overlooked, and I am so glad that James Sefton brought it to everyone's attention. Check it out from Taylor of Old Bond Street, Cedarwood Shaving Cream. If you've used it, comment below, let us know. We received this email from viewer David Dart, and the subject heading reads, Latest Mail Call and Shave of the Day. And David writes, Mark, My new Mula R41 is an absolutely wonderful razor. I included a couple of photos of my mail call. Notice the coffee mug and also my shave of the day. Hey, thanks so much for making George part of your shave of the day. Really do appreciate that, David. He continues here. It was very, very efficient and smooth using a Gillette Wilkinson sword blade first use. The Sterling Electric Sheep is a mutton tallow soap that has a lemon, citronella, and eucalyptus scent. I got them from Top of the Chain, and on their website, they recommended buying their sample soap first, as not everyone likes the citronella scent. I liked it very much because it reminds me of camping in my younger days. I love soaps and splashes that do that. The R41 definitely commands respect, but if you take your time and pay attention, there should be no problems. I shaved hours ago and still can't believe how smooth it left me. An outstanding shave. Have a great day. And that's from David Dart. He also adds here, electric sheep with cold water is a great way to go in warm weather. Hey, David, thanks again for reminding us of how great the R41 is. Yes, I think it's a razor that commands respect. It is on the aggressive side, as I recall. I haven't used it in some time. I didn't get this early on in my wet shaving journey. I probably got it maybe, I guess you could say, midway. And I recall it being on the aggressive side. But yes, it was an outstanding shave. You just have to take your time and watch your technique. Well, now that I've logged a lot of hours in the traditional wet shave under my belt, so to speak, it's time to use the R41 again and see how these shaves, with a little more experience, a little more polish to my technique, compared to those early shaves. So I have the R41 in the original handle, and I also have the R41 in this pearl white handle. I believe this was available at the Razor Company, I think, and I think it was on sale for like $19 or $20. And this was the version that introduced me to the R41. But yeah, a terrific, terrific razor that commands respect. Slow down, enjoy the shave, watch your technique. And David, thanks again for reminding everyone that the Mula R41 is a terrific razor, a great razor to add to your shave den. Just respect it, take your time, and make sure you're on technique. David, thanks again very, very much. Okay, now, let me show you this. This is a brush holder. Inside there is a brush. I'll show you what the label says. It says 30 millimeter AP Shave Company synthetic tuxedo fan, treated June 6, 2026. How about that? So, okay, so here we go. We're going to show this to you. This is amazing. This really is amazing. There it is right there. Okay, check that out. All right. Now, before I dive into the brush and the antimicrobial treatment, I want to give a quick shout out to the gentleman who sent this along, David Trinks of Trinks Consulting Group. David works in antimicrobial technologies, surface science, and product development. So when he sends something like this, it's coming from someone who really knows the science behind it. He included a treated 30 millimeter AP Shave Company synthetic knot already infused with an antimicrobial solution he works with professionally. He also sent along a bottle of Shield antimicrobial concentrate, which is used to treat brush knots and handles. As he explained in his letter, the treated items must dry completely for the antimicrobial effect to activate. So, what does that mean for us wet shavers? It's designed to help the brush resist bacteria, odors, and that musty smell a brush can get if it doesn't dry all the way. It may also help with softness, drying time, and long-term freshness. I'll be comparing this treated brush to my non-treated brushes to see what differences I notice. And here's something David emphasized that I think is really worth mentioning. The antimicrobial treatment can be used on any surface, your razors, your shower, even the inside of your scuttle. It helps stop mold and may even increase the longevity of your brush fibers. That's a pretty impressive range of uses for a single product. Now, I asked him about contact to the skin because this is an antimicrobial solution. It's going to be you're going to be treating your shaving brushes and your razors and that sort of thing. And David wrote back and said, good questions. The product is inert until it dries, then it covalently bonds to the surface. The product itself has been around for over 50 years and has never had a product liability lawsuit. It's fine to use on skin as evidenced by its inclusion in the hand sanitizer, and it remains active after drying, underwater, and when applied to clothing. Now, I believe he sent along some hand sanitizer. We'll be talking about the other items that he sent along to the channel. Any product like a brush or razor falls under the treated articles of inclusion. This basically means the item has been treated with the antimicrobial and will maintain its antimicrobial efficacy, which is guaranteed for 90 days, even on highly abraded surfaces like doorknobs, drawer handles, that sort of thing. Now, before I forget, the brush handle here is from Filament Works on Etsy. And David says they are inexpensive and I can custom order colors and the appropriate knot diameter and depth for my needs. So check that out. It's got this kind of a logo on the bottom here. Okay, check that out. I think this is the way it is here, like this. Okay, Filament Works brush handle and an AP Shave Company brush knot that's been treated with an antimicrobial agent known as Shield. And we're going to go ahead and use this and see how it develops a lather, see what kind of softness it has, drying time, that sort of thing. So really, really looking forward to trying out this brush and exploring Shield a little more. Let me put it to all the viewers out there. Have you heard of Shield? Are you using it in your shave den? And what do you think? So my thanks to David Trinks for very, very kindly sending along the treated shaving brush. This is really, really fascinating, and it kind of takes our shaving discussion in a whole new direction, and especially when you mentioned the shave scuttle. I've always wondered, how are we going to keep the interior of those shaving scuttles mold-free and clean them out? Sounds like Shield is a really, really good solution for that. So investigating that as well. So again, David, thank you very, very much for sending along the brush, sending along the Shield, and other items that we'll be sharing with viewers in upcoming Monday morning mailbags. David, thanks again very, very much. Well, on recent Monday morning mailbags, we've been talking about storage containers for our razor blades collection. David Trinks very kindly sent to the channel this Andalus storage container for razor blades, and we featured a larger storage container, I believe, last week. Well, Bart Bartlett sent this along regarding storage containers, and he writes, "Hi, Mark. You might find this link of interest to pass along. There are probably a lot of wet shavers out there who don't have as many brands of blades to store in a container as big as the one you shared in a recent Monday morning mailbag. I only have 6 to 8 different brands that I rotate. The storage container in this link is more practical for me, and it doesn't take up a lot of space." We'll share that link with the viewers below in the video description, and this will take you right to the Amazon product page where you can get for a little under $10, 2 pieces of an 8 grids clear organizer box in plastic, a storage container. A little more of a space-saving kind of organizer, storage box. And for those wet shavers out there who don't have a lot of different blades to store, this is a good solution. So a big, big thank you to Bart Bartlett out there for sending along this link to a really wonderful, space-saving, practical storage container for those of us wet shavers who don't have a lot of blades to organize. Bart, thanks again very, very much. Well, we received this from viewer Bob Leroux. Bob, thank you very, very much. And he writes, "I have to admit that I didn't see this coming, but I'm not surprised. An electric shave brush does make sense. Is it necessary? Perhaps not. Yet, I'm not inclined to say this is a mere novelty. A lot of thought went into this. The bowl that doubles as a holder, magnetized, the brush that is easily detachable for cleaning, and the hidden USB port to keep moisture out. The synthetic brush is adequate. The bowl is ideal for producing a good lather, and while you could do a face lather, I think a bowl lather is preferable. If you have arthritis in your hand, this would help considerably. I think it works best with shaving cream like Palmolive or Taylor of Old Bond Street. There are 2 speeds and an excellent user manual. It would make a good gift. If you're interested in trying something new, this will be an enjoyable way of having your morning shave. How about that? An electric shaving brush. Bob, thanks very, very much. Folks, we'll have a link below where you can check it out. Bob, thanks again very, very much. Now, earlier in the show, we mentioned that we received a really special item in the Shave Den that ties into the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is really an outstanding item, and we very generously received it from a gentleman named David Altschuler, who is the founder of Brousseau and Dove Shaving Company. There is the label on the container right there, Brousseau and Dove. And David writes, "Hi Mark, my name is David Altschuler, founder of Brousseau and Dove Shaving Company. I attended the Texas meetup this past weekend and met Andy Kaiser of Soap Spoon. He suggested I reach out thinking you might appreciate what I've created. Over the past few years, I've been developing a porcelain shaving bowl inspired by the occupational shaving mugs of the late 19th and early 20th centuries. My goal was to create something that performs exceptionally well as a shaving tool while also offering the craftsmanship and permanence many enthusiasts seek in their razors and brushes. I've shared bowls with a handful of content creators and members of the community, and the response has been very encouraging. Knowing your appreciation for traditional wet shaving and lather building, I thought the bowl might be of interest to you as well." He offered one to the channel, and I said absolutely, because I think this is something that all the viewers out there are going to absolutely love. It is outstanding, very well made. He concludes here by saying, "Best regards, David." David, thank you very, very much. We're going to show it to you right now. Here it is, folks. This beautiful porcelain shaving bowl. There it is right there. Can you see that? Okay. Maybe not. We'll get it up closer in the camera. Here it is right here. Check that out. This is called the Stars and Stripes shaving bowl. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? 3 stars on the back side. Isn't that beautiful? You got 24 karat gold lining the rim and also on the base here as well. Beautiful imprint of Brousseau and Dove right there on the bottom. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. My gosh, here's the information on this Stars and Stripes lathering bowl right here. This shaving bowl, I'm calling it lathering bowl, they call it shaving bowl. This shaving bowl is designed to build a rich, consistent lather with ease, balancing performance, comfort, and control. Its form supports a natural brush movement, while a subtle raised lather feature helps develop the lather efficiently. Now, you didn't see that when I first took it out. We're going to zoom in here so you can see it. Yeah, there you can. Now you can see it. There it is right there. Isn't that beautiful? And it's a beautiful design too, so that'll help generate lather all the more. Made from fine porcelain and finished with 24 karat gold detailing, the bowl brings together durability, refinement, and a feel that's at home in the hand. Each piece shares the same form with its own distinct character expressed through the artwork. Again, this is the Stars and Stripes. Whenever I see this, I think of the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. It goes on to say, Patriotic designs often resonated with the sense of national identity that defined the late 19th and early 20th century, especially as the United States was growing as an industrial and political power. For many owners, their shaving mugs were more than mere tools. They were emblems of loyalty and pride. Union workers, Civil War veterans, and members of patriotic fraternal orders like the Sons of the American Revolution often chose these designs as a reflection of their affiliations and values. We felt that no inaugural collection would be complete without a design celebrating this iconic imagery. Laurent's thoughtful interpretation captures the spirit of that tradition, and we hope it resonates with you too. It certainly did. This is why I selected it. When I saw this, my gosh, no brainer. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous artwork on this. The artwork is applied using traditional screen-printed ceramic transfers, a method developed nearly a century ago and still favored for its clarity and durability, well suited to a shaving bowl grounded in tradition. Each color is printed with ceramic pigment onto a transfer medium, then carefully applied by hand and kiln fired. The result is a fused design with crisp detail, rich color, and lasting beauty. My gosh, so much thought went into this porcelain shaving bowl. It's absolutely gorgeous. Check out that design once more. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Boy, I tell you what, that absolutely says, Happy Birthday, America, 250 years, right there. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, the 24 karat gold detailing on it here at the top and also right there on the bottom. Absolutely beautiful. What a beautiful, beautiful shaving bowl. This is something that when it sits in your shaving den is just going to command respect and harken back to tradition, the great values of the traditional wet shave that we all share. It's got this gentlemanly quality to it. Again, the historical vibe. Oh my gosh, this is such a wonderful addition to anyone's shaving den. It's absolutely beautiful. And there are other designs on their website on these shaving bowls that are equally wonderful and beautifully rendered. And just absolutely gorgeous. Again, this is something that you'll display in your shave den with a lot of pride. And again, it's going to command a lot of respect. My gosh, absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. I can't thank you enough, David, for sending this along to the channel and allowing me to share it with all the viewers. Let me say one other thing, too. It fits so well in the hand, so nicely. And there is a bit of an inward flare from the rim on the body that comes down that gives you this natural, I guess for lack of a better term, this natural inward curve, like an inward flare that really allows you to get a really nice grip of this lathering bowl, this shaving bowl. And again, it just looks great. I mean, look at that design. It just beautiful. 3 stars on the back, 24 karat gold detail. Oh man, nice weight, not overly heavy, not too light, feels great in the hand. And again, this inner feature right here that will help build a lather. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Again, a lot of thought and research went into this lathering bowl, this shaving bowl. I am so looking forward to shaving with this. And I think this raised feature on the inside is really going to help develop a wonderful, wonderful lather. So check it out from, let's get their name right here, Brousseau and Dove, right there. Brousseau and Dove Shaving Company. These beautiful, beautiful lathering bowls. This one here is Stars and Stripes. I saw it knowing that with the 250th anniversary of the United States of America, this is the perfect selection to show everyone. They have other wonderful designs up there that will resonate with a lot of wet shavers. So check them out from Brousseau and Dove, these beautiful, beautiful shaving bowls. My thanks again to David Altschuler for very kindly and very, very generously sending along this beautiful shaving bowl from Brousseau and Dove. Folks, we'll definitely have a link below. Thanks again, David. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, it's sneak peek time. Douglas from Phoenix Shaving very kindly and generously sent this along to the channel. This is coming very, very soon. It's called Electro High Shine right there. Okay, check out the label. We'll zoom in. All right, we've got the holographic label here, which doesn't really photograph too well when you bring it up close to the camera. But there it is, Electro High Shine from Phoenix Shaving. Hang on 1 minute. Let me just... Oh, yeah. Very, very, very distinct. We'll share more information as soon as we get it. A sneak peek from Phoenix Shaving, Electro High Shine. Stay tuned. Well, I wanted to remind everyone, when you get a chance, get online and visit Indie Brushworks. That's David Lair's Etsy storefront. David is a very, very talented artisan, and he creates and makes some beautiful wet shaving gear. Artisan made, handmade by David himself, as evidenced by this beautiful spalted maple shave brush handle that he gifted to the channel at the Maggard meetup. Absolutely gorgeous. We selected this brown synthetic Maggard shave brush knot. Brad Maggard picked it out, and it paired up beautifully. When everyone saw how this knot paired with this handle, they said, oh yeah, that's the one. David also included this beautiful razor stand right here, also spalted maple. A very, very talented artisan. His storefront is Indie Brushworks on Etsy. Check out all his wonderful artisan-made shaving gear. And what showed up on our doorstep the other day? A spalted maple razor. How about that? David grabbed that piece of spalted maple wood that he created the shave brush handle and the razor stand from, and he created this beautiful razor handle and matched it to a calorie razor head. This is a double open comb razor head. How about that? We're going to review this and see how it shaves, but absolutely beautiful. Now we have the entire set. We have the shave brush, the razor, and also the razor stand. How about that? A big, big thank you to David Lair. And this serves as a reminder. Get up to Indie Brushworks and check out all the wonderful pieces that David has created. Truly, truly a very, very talented artisan. You'll definitely find a piece of wet shaving gear that will just sing in your shave den. David, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Well, wrapping up our triple play from viewer David Grossman, he shares this anecdote. And he says, watching the 2026 Maggard meetup video sure brought back memories. Back in 2022, our family had planned to visit extended family in New Zealand. At the last minute, our plans got changed, and since I couldn't reschedule my vacation time at work, I had to stay behind. I can't say I was completely at peace with what happened, and so I started scheming. I meant planning. With this wrinkle, I was presented with an opportunity, and boy, did I jump at it. I started researching, and the plan was set in motion. I finished work on a Thursday evening and then caught a red-eye from Vancouver to Toronto, then a short layover before a quick flight to Detroit. You guessed right, I was going to Adrian, Michigan to Maggard Razors for the weekend. I could sit here for hours talking about my trip, let alone the time spent browsing all the merchandise at Maggard, but I will keep it brief. Adrian is a wonderful town with very warm and inviting residents. If anyone has the chance to visit, don't pass it up. Be sure to enjoy the coffee at Musgrove, catch a show at the Crosswell Opera House, and visit Shalloner's Cigar House. I got to tour the members area on the top floor. Just awesome. I picked up a Thader 3-band Silvertip and 2 stainless steel razor and brush stands while I was at Maggard. I highly recommend the stainless steel stands, and they even sell one that can hold larger knot shave brushes. 2 things I distinctly remember when visiting Maggard: Brad's cat and the Hancock. What a great experience. Perhaps I might get the chance to attend a meetup there in the future. You never know. As an aside, I stopped by the razor company at their previous location before heading to Adrian. I had pre-purchased some Wizamet blades online for store pickup and figured I would just stop in for a few minutes. When I arrived, I was greeted by Jason and the friendly staff along with some cool customers. I did not expect the sight that met me. Tons of shaving products, all neatly displayed. Mind blown. I must have spent almost 2 hours there before bidding everyone farewell. I do recall that it was Black Friday and that the individual that called in to win a custom shave brush was Sloppy Badger. Sound familiar to anyone? Thanks for taking the time to read this rant. God bless. David, that was absolutely fantastic. Thanks for the shave tip, the Shave Den visit, and now this wonderful anecdote of your visit to Maggard Razors and also to the Razor Company. David, really, really do appreciate it. Well, we've been talking about pour-over coffee, mocha pots, that sort of thing. We received this from R.J. Wright, RW30, regarding pour-over coffee. And he writes, "Thanks for all the shaving info. Enjoy it as always. As for pour-over coffee, use a medium grind as you would for regular brewed coffee. Too fine, it clogs. Too coarse, it runs right through and you'll have thin swill. There are several videos on the minutiae of the process, but basically, after placing the filter in the brew cone, moisten it with some hot water. Dump that little bit of water from the mug. Then put the coffee grounds in the filter. Slowly pour enough hot water over the grounds to moisten and let stand for about 30 seconds. This is the bloom. Then slowly pour a few ounces over the grounds in a circular fashion. Let sit a few seconds. Then slowly pour over grounds again to soak. Let it go down a little, and then if necessary, do another pour till mug is about full. The whole process should run about 2.5 to 3 minutes for a 12-ounce mug. Be patient, experiment, and allow yourself to enjoy the process. The reward is a great cup of coffee. Have a great week." R.J. Wright, RW30, thanks very much for the Cliff Notes version on how to do a proper pour-over coffee. Really do appreciate it. Well, do you like mocha pot coffee? We received this from viewer Chris Bodrab with the subject heading, Mocha Pot, Reasons to Consider Using a Paper Filter on Your Mocha Pot. And Chris writes, "Hey Mark, sending this along as helpful information for mocha pot enthusiasts. It is a good idea to add a paper filter on the top of the coffee to help lower your LDL cholesterol. Paper filters can be purchased on Amazon, 200 to 300 of them for around $6 to $9. How about that? He sent along this information here that reads, unfiltered coffee contains diterpenes. Diterpenes. I think that's how it's pronounced. Diterpenes, primarily cafestol and caweol, which raise LDL and triglycerides by downregulating LDL receptors and affecting bile acid metabolism. Cafestol is considered the most potent dietary cholesterol-raising compound identified per calorie. Paper filters largely eliminate this. Paper filters trap 95% of diterpenes. Drip coffee through paper has essentially negligible diterpene content. How about that? Now, Chris passed this along when I asked him an additional question on how do you use the paper filter with the mocha pot. He wrote, I think just a paper filter that is placed on top of the coffee, or more conveniently, I usually put it on the bottom of the pot when screwing it into the base water reservoir in which the permanent metal filter with the coffee sits. I'm sure pouring through another paper filter would not hurt anything, but I think the main thing is to just have at least one paper barrier. There you go. If you make mocha pot coffee, get a paper filter in there, either underneath the pot there where the water reservoir screws in, where the metal filter is, or maybe just on top also where it percolates through and just kind of drips down, so it'll drip through that paper filter as well. This is really, really interesting information and advice. Chris, thanks very, very much for passing it along. Folks, watch your LDL cholesterol when making mocha pot coffee. Add a paper filter. Chris, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. From the 3MB, where every shave tells a story, make it a great week.